Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of George Beer Reviews back at you today with another edition of Stout Sunday. All right. And I want to welcome him to the panel this morning. We have Mr. Michael Kormaroff, the Stout King up there in Brooklyn, New York. Good morning.
Good morning.
We've got Ron Alterio, Louisiana Beer Reviews, Louisiana Stout Reviews this morning. Good morning, Ron.
Hello, good morning, John.
Good morning, and I'd also like to thank Ron for hosting for the last few weeks in my absence. He has been keeping the Stout Sunday dream alive, so thank you very much, Ron. And
Thank you.
we've
Welcome.
got Mr. Jean-Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, down in Georgia.
Top of the morning, John. We miss you here in Georgia, but hey, things happen.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. I want to thank Daryl, who's in the chat, says Happy Stout Sunday, and Miscellaneous says, well, that's right. I'm back. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these wonderful beers we've got this morning. We'll start with you, Michael. What are you drinking?
Okay, this is from Southern Tier in Lakewood, New York, which is upstate to the west, called Warlock, and it's an Imperial Pumpkin Stout at 8.6%. The best buy date on this is 9/22/23, so it's well within the date, and it's high enough pumpkin stout that you could cellar it without any problem. And I already pre-poured it. There it is in the glass.
All right. Good deal. Okay, Michael. I've had that beer many times over the years, and it's always pretty good. So, and you've had it a lot recently. I've noticed it's made a lot of appearances in your tastings lately. So,
Yeah, it's been showing up.
yes. All right, good deal. So, Ron, Mr. Terrio, what are you drinking this morning?
First, I want to say, Jean-Pierre, you have the beer you have. I looked it up. This is official. 40 IBUs, okay? I'm telling you, this is not something like, oh, I read it on Untapped. No, this is official 40 IBUs. All right, now this one, Pontoon Brewing's Coconut Cookie Revolution, formerly known as Honorary Girl Scout Samo Nut Cookie. I guess they got in trouble for that name. Girl Scouts of America probably said, I don't think so. So it's got some kind of animals on it rowing across the Delaware River in 1776. It's a sweet stout. It's 8% alcohol. IBU's not listed. It comes from Sandy Springs, Georgia, at a company called Pontoon Brewing.
Great company.
I bought this at Mathern's. Great company.
Great company. Good stuff they put out at Pontoon Brewing.
Yeah.
All right, good deal. All right, Mr. Jean-Pierre, what are you drinking this morning?
I am drinking the Guinness Stout, 4.2% ABV, and I hear the nougat, the nitrogen widget, yes, in there, and I heard when I poured it, I immediately went shh. And
it looks like they updated. That looks like a new can. I don't think I've seen
pretty
that.
Much. I think they did. So 4.2. So I'm going to enjoy this one, even though I've had this before, but a classic. And this is brewed in Dublin, the St. James Brewery in Dublin, Ireland. So
all right, very nice. Okay, and that leaves me, and I am drinking a beer. It's been cellared in the back of my girlfriend's fridge accidentally for the last year. And this is from Trillium. This is the Coconut PM Dawn American Stout with cold brew coffee, 9% alcohol. And, of course, it has coconut in it as well, which I'm excited about. And I think the year on this might actually do it some good, kind of mellow out the coffee and let some of the other flavors come through. But we'll find out. At 9%, it shouldn't be an issue. Like with the age on it, should sell her pretty well.
PM Dawn, that was a pop group or R&B group, if I remember, back in the early 90s.
It's a good looking beer too. Nice head for a 9% stout there. Anyway, all right. Want to thank everybody in the chat. We got Jeremy. He says, hell yeah, John is back. We got Sand Beach. We've got BC in the chat as well. BC, yes. Let me give you the link. We got BC wanting to join up.
Come on,
Copy
BC, we need you.
and paste.
That's right.
All right, BC, there you go. There's the link. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and go back around and get into these beers here. And BC, when you show up, I'll let you in. We got to go back to Michael's first and his Southern Tier. Let me pull you up. All right.
Okay, so anyway, this is what the bottle looks like. 12-ounce bottle. I'm trying to see anything else that's on there. I don't know if that is a picture of a Warlock on the back over here, but I am not sure. But it's Lakewood, New York, which is upstate. And in the glass, it looks like this. The head has faded down to just a very narrow mocha on the head. And it's dark brown, bordering on black as in color. Let me get a nose on it. You're getting the roasted malt. You're not getting, see, pumpkin is not a smell, really. So you're not getting any pumpkin in it, but you're getting the roasted malt. And it's definitely very malty, very malt forward. You can't smell the alcohol. So, I mean, it's definitely like malt driven. Let me get a taste on it. Cheers.
Cheers, Michael.
Cheers. Here we go.
Well, it's more full taste than the nose was. There's kind of an undercurrent spice, but it's not directly there in the background. But I'm getting all kinds of taste. And I'm getting a really strange taste for this, which I didn't expect, like kind of a bacon taste in it.
Bacon. Okay.
Oh, that can't be right.
They don't put bacon in it, but it's maybe when you put all your flavors together, it's mild. It's not like it's a strong thing. I'm getting some cherry in it as well. You can taste the roastiness in it, but it's not coffee roast. It's more of a, straight roastiness. It's fairly intense, and yet it's not boozy. So this would be what you would call one of your beers you'd have to be careful with, because at 8.6 it drinks more like about 6. So it's more than a session though, even in the taste. You could tell there's more there than that. Medium mouthfeel. If you notice now, you can't recover any head anymore. So it's actually now just flat across. The finish is kind of like a spiciness, which leads me to believe that that's, whatever pumpkin influence there is in there. But I think it's strong enough that whatever it is, whether it's coriander or clove or whatever those spices are, they're overcome by the other tastes that are in the beer. So you really don't get them very strong. It's kind of like a general spice kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think you'd ever, if you tasted this blind, think it tastes like a pumpkin beer. Maybe that's because it's imperial. So you're not getting all the same things you get in your standard pumpkin ales. There's no pumpkin pie here. But the alcohol is very well masked, and that's something which I guess it's the different combination of malts and hops that they use in this. So I'll keep sipping, and I'll come back and give a number when we come back around.
All right. Good deal, Michael. Okay. Let's pull up the Stout Emperor from Ontario, Louisiana Stout Reviews. New Orleans. University of New Orleans.
Okay. They're trying to. New Orleans is not quite the murder capital of the world, but they're working hard, to get that title. They might make it. It just might make it. All right. I'm trying not to help them reach that. Okay. This thing pours with a very dark brown appearance. It's basically black if you want to get technical. The head is thin. I noticed that earlier with its beige. They must have gotten in trouble on the name. because they were calling it honorary Girl Scout Samo Nut cookie. I guess Samo Nut is one of their Girl Scout cookies. And they must have gotten contacted by them and said, you can't call it that. So they changed the name, I bought this at Mathern's. Now, I got to say something about Mathern's. I could get every day, once a day, I could buy a new beer in a pint can, and I would never run out of new craft beers to review. Now, I would lose a lot of, I would spend a lot of money, but I really don't have to travel anywhere to get them. So when people tell me, I want to send you this, I want to send you that, I tell them, there's really no reason to do that. I'm kind of like overwhelmed with just in this town. But, I appreciate it. It smells like, and I know you did a review, and I'm going to watch yours. I'll put it on my watch later list.
Right. When it was called the Salmon Nut.
Salmon Nut, yeah.
Cookie, yeah.
There's coconut, there's dark roasted malt, there's raisin even, there's chocolate, vanilla. I was saying in my solo review, I said, these flavored stouts, they get kind of old in a way because they basically taste the same. They're all like chocolate cake or like David was saying on one of them, a Boston cream donut and stuff. The only question with these is like the quality level. Some of them, they'll taste similar, but the quality might be kind of bad. Like it's got too much chalkiness and stuff like that. The chocolate babka, I had to give it a B- because it's just too much chalkiness but I mean, I don't mind once a week drinking them for Stout Sunday, but if I had to do it every day, you would hate it after a while, I think.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, I didn't say cheers. Are you going to kick me out of Stout Sunday?
You've helped me out the last few weeks. So I'll let it slide this time.
Because I think if you don't say cheers, you get kicked out. Like if you don't tell a veteran thank you for your service, you get banned. You're banned. All right. It's funny, huh, Jean? The body's high, medium is a velvety mouthfeel, dry. Sweetness scale, 4.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. Bitterness scale, 1.5 out of 5 hop cones. So bitterness, no. Sweetness, yeah. What do you expect? Pastry. You get the same flavors. If you want to eat a chocolate donut or a chocolate pastry, you want it at 8% alcohol, this could be one for you. I mean, I like it. I'm going to give it a high score. It's not about the quality, like I said earlier. It's just that they all kind of like the same, because how many times can what you going to do? Vanilla vanilla coconut, chocolate, lactose, sugar, it's what it is. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ron. We'll come back.
Oh, and some raisin also. Raisin flavor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good deal. Let me pull up Mr. Jean-Pierre with his Guinness.
Guinness Stout. Yes, the Guinness Drought Stout. Brewed in Ireland, 4.2%. And I got this last night. I have another can. It ran me for about almost close to $3 for this size can. So
what does that say? That's a new can design. What does this say?
Yep.
That's the first thing
Guinness
I noticed.
is back America. Yeah. Guinness Drought Stout.
Now that one is actually brewed in Dublin. Did you check to make? That one's actually brewed in Dublin, Ireland?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay.
Brewed in Dublin, Ireland. So transported here. And again, so far I'm getting a very mild, nice flavor in this. Nothing too overly heavy. And I'm guessing Michael has mentioned this many times. I know I've mentioned this many times that these sort of, if you want to get someone drinking a stout or introducing them to a stout, this would be it. Nice flavor, very well balanced. You get a lot of the flavors of a coffee little burnt coffee flavor, a slight chocolate flavor, but outside of that, it's pretty easy, smooth drinking stout so far.
And it's so light and
Yep, very light, just not too overly heavy, which is a good thing, you know. And yes, I agree, and that's what I'm smoking something like that right now with the stout. It's perfect for the morning. So, and of course the nitrogen thing widget that's in this is kind of makes it even better, you know, and gives it a very good flavor. So I'm more used to drinking the bottles in this than the cans, but again, the can design very nice. And again, as I mentioned, brewed in Dublin. But we all agree.
Do you know when those nitro cans hit the market?
I would guessing probably around 2021. I'm guessing probably earlier, maybe even earlier than that. I'm guessing.
No, I'm talking about the actual nitro can, not that can design.
Oh, okay. With the thing with the widget inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing this probably was done maybe in 2019. They started putting that in there.
1992.
Oh, really?
I was gonna say it's been a while, yeah, since I can remember.
Again, because I'm usually drinking the extra stout. That's what I usually tend to buy all the time, you know, and maybe the foreign stout, you know, here and there. But mostly is the extra stout that I get in the bottles, and of course, everything we all agree, folks. Everything's better, tastes better on draft. You know, and Guinness is quite better. It was excellent on draft, and especially how like the bartender, he or she likes to pour it in there.
But this one here is kind of phony, though. It's kind of phony because if you look at the can real carefully, it's going to say pasteurized stout. So I don't know how it's draft if it's pasteurized, because the whole point of draft is that it's not pasteurized. So I don't know what Guinness is talking about.
Best enjoyed poured into a glass. Is back. I'm trying to look to see.
Believe me, it says it on there, pasteurized stout. No.
I'm looking in the back here in the can. Of course, imported by Diageo Beer Company, New York. Diageo, excuse me. And looking at that. I'm trying to look at it. It says pasteurized. I'm sure it's in there, Jay, but I'm looking on the back of the can.
Well, Guinness has always kind of done their own thing anyway, you know, because the nitrogen widget, you know, most of your draft, I mean, it's going to be CO2 at the bar when they're you know, tapping it.
Yeah, I think when they say draft, they really mean draft style with the widget to make it creamy, like if it was a true draft beer. But
Craig says the widget cancels the pasteurization.
So again, a very enjoyable stout. And again, I haven't had this version in a while, but again, I always get the extra stout in the big glass bottles here, which is very rare, which is pretty much easy, not just here in my area, but basically anywhere across the country and around the world, if ever can get that. So that's at 5.6%. So 4.2, very enjoyable, and I will have my score coming up.
All right, good deal, John. So we've got Mr. BC joined a little late. Don't know what he's drinking, so he's going to tell us about it right now. What do you got, BC?
The plot thickens.
Oh,
okay.
Got another Guinness on the show.
Nice. That's real nice.
Chocolate mint. So this is 10.8 APV. It's brewed in Baltimore, Maryland through the Guinness company there. And so I guess it's like a bourbon aged barrel beer from the label.
Yes.
And when I poured it out, I ended up getting a little bit more than a finger's worth of head on here. It was like a khaki-like color or head. It's nice and dark. I can't even see through with sun right there. The smell off of it, I've been smelling it since I poured it, kind of air out and everything. And you could, to me, I get the booziness right away off of it. You could smell it right off the bat. And I've been tasting it and smelling it, and you definitely get that chocolate taste in it. And I was talking to Ron about this, what was that, Friday? And it does kind of remind me of them Andes candies, you know, the little mint chocolate candies. Yeah, it does remind me of that. Yeah. So,
Cheers, BC.
oh, thank you. Cheers. And
Yours?
I'm really impressed by this one. So,
We're gonna both get me and DC gonna get kicked out.
huh?
We're gonna get kicked out because we didn't say cheers. That's somebody made the little thing.
I'll see you guys
Cheers,
next time.
cheers, BC, and cheers to me. Cheers to everybody.
Yeah, cheers, everybody. But yeah, you get that booziness right away, and then that chocolate just comes right in afterwards. And I mean, it's like you're getting some of that. I don't know if it's malty or I want to say kind of like maybe I don't know if burnt's the right word, but you're definitely getting that maltiness off of there. So I'm really enjoying this one. So it's really crafted. I mean, some of these ones that I've had, but then again, they've been higher in ABV with the alcohol, and they've been kind of almost like a smack in the face. This one, not so much. I guess it's, with it being a 10.8. So I'm actually really pleased with this beer. I mean, the lacing to me it's left to be desired. It's not much on there, so. But I mean, you can't have it all, can you? So, guess I'll give my number after we come back around again.
Good deal. I have still, now that I'm in a different area, I'm going to look again, but I have never seen any of those. The chocolate mint. I remember when Ron was doing the like the gingerbread, and they had the bourbon barrel aged. Like for whatever reason, those Guinness variants are just hard to come by, or at least in my personal experience. So I wish I could get my hands on some of them.
Yeah. Now for me, I mean, I get like the regular Guinness Stout. One Pierre's drinking. I get that out here. I get the foreign stout. Now this is the first time I've seen this variation. Now the other ones that you were talking about, I haven't seen. I mean, in my area. Now I've seen like you guys reviewing them, but other than that, I haven't seen them around here, with the exception of this. So I seen it. I was like, okay, let me pick this up, give it a shot. And I've always liked Guinness, always did. So it was like,
Well, I think that just leaves me and my Trillium Coconut PM Dawn. So it still is retaining a little bit ahead, which for a 9%er is pretty good. Black appearance. Definitely smell the cold brew coffee, which it smells very pleasant. It's still pretty strong, though, considering that it's got a year on it. The coffee is definitely coming through right up front. I'm a little disappointed I'm not getting any coconut on the nose. Maybe on the palate, I'll get some. But, you guys know how I feel about coconut. So I was really hoping that this was going to just, burst with coconut aromas and flavor. But nothing on the nose. Of course, you're getting the roasted malt as well. Some nice, like, toasty, bready notes. None of the 9% alcohol is coming through on the nose. It definitely doesn't smell like a boozy beer by any means. It smells good. So I've waited it out this long. I'm going to go ahead and take me a sip out of my little rubber ducky glass. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers, John.
Cheers.
Okay. So the coffee comes through right up front, still very, very strong. That cold brew coffee note, like, just the intensity that you get with a cold brew coffee. It's definitely in your face with that roasted coffee bean flavor. There is a little bit of coconut on the palate, which is nice. It's not a lot, but it's definitely there once you get through the coffee. Honestly, I feel like maybe should age this for another couple of years. Let the coffee fade a little bit more, so it would be a little bit more balanced. But a little bit of the coconut in the middle of the sip, a little bit of like a milk chocolate type note and sweetness. And I got actually more coconut that second sip there. So the coconut is building a little bit, which is nice. The body is on the low end of high. It's not super thick and viscous, but it's definitely got a lot going on at 9%. So I would say that it's in the heavy realm as far as the body is concerned. The carbonation is relatively low. It does have like a creaminess to the mouthfeel, which is nice. And then it is slightly warming going down, so you know that it's a little bit higher ABV, but it's not boozy. Like I said before, it doesn't have that alcohol flavor, and it's not other than that slight warming going down. You would never know that you would never guess that it was a 9%. It's just very smooth and easy drinking. I'm pretty pleased with this overall. I think a barrel aged version would be amazing. I think a little bit more age to let the coffee kind of mellow out more would be nice. As I've always said, coffee stouts are easy to get carried away with, and I feel like a lot of these brewers they just go overboard with the coffee. And I feel like this one, the coffee notes are good, and it's not completely unbalanced, but I feel like a little bit less coffee would have done wonders with the coconut and the chocolate flavors, and the roasted malt character would have been able to come through a little bit more. So maybe a little bit less coffee would have really like bumped it up to the next level. But overall, a great drinking experience, a great beer, and looking forward to trying a lot more stuff from Trillium here.
John, is that the first Trillium you've ever had that was a stout?
No, I've had a couple over the last year or so. When I came up here, we went to the Trillium Garden in Boston. I had one then. And I've had a couple, but this, I'd say maybe like 2 or 3, because most of the Trillium stuff that I've had obviously is like the New England IPA type beers. So
which is what they're better known for,
right? But still, really good stout from them, and looking forward to trying some of their other stuff. They do actually have. I actually have a barrel aged stout from them that Bumpy gave me that's sitting in my fridge, so I'll get to try that soon, and we'll see how that stacks up to this. I think it'll probably be a little bit better, being that it's a barrel-aged limited release beer from them. But anyway, yeah, good stuff. I'll keep sipping and come back around really quick. I want to go to the chat. I don't want to get too far behind. Well, they're just kind of talking with each other. We got Robert the Whiskey Scout in the chat. Cheers to you. Craig Swinson says he's drinking a Guinness Ice. You're gonna have to show me where you got that from. I've never heard of it. Guinness Ice.
Nice.
And Jeremy never yeah, Guinness Ice.
Maybe he meant to say Genesee Ice. Maybe he meant to say Genesee Ice, but
Right. Okay. Well,
both beers begin with the letter G, so Hey.
Yeah. All right. So we got to go back around and give some ratings on all these wonderful beers we got this morning. I think, Michael, you were first. What are you thinking about these?
Okay, so as far as the Warlock goes, and I've been sipping on it, getting a little bit more flavor combinations in it. Whatever that first bacon taste was, it faded away, and it might have just been something that was just in my thinking more than actually tasting it. So I'm not sure about the bacon. The cherry taste is still here. The spiciness is still here. And like I said, it's the alcohol is well masked. So that's another very positive thing. You can tell this is a well-crafted beer. I don't know how long they've been making this, but for a while. And I've had this several times. And as you mentioned earlier, in the one that I have on Thursday, we had one where somebody brought 4 with him, and he ended up using all 4 of them. This is my friend Derek. So he first started by pouring 2, and everybody liked it, so he just kept pouring. And it's 8.6, even in a group of 8 people. It'll get to you, considering we're having 13 other beers or whatever it is. So, so it has been, and I think somebody actually did one of these this last Thursday as well. So it does show up from time to time, and it usually does somewhere in the middle of the ones I have. It's not, it's not barrel aged. So I mean, it's just a regular imperial stout, but somewhere in the middle. And I'm going to give it a 95. So I think it's an A. And I would buy it again. It's definitely something that's limited and seasonal. Usually comes out in the early fall, and you can probably get it most of the fall. But like I say, it's got a 2-year shelf life on it that they're recommending. So it would be something you could keep without any problem. And I'm enjoying it. As you can see, that's all that's left.
Wow, yeah.
So 12 ounces have been good, and I recommend it. If you still
All
see it
right,
around, it may still be on the shelves. It's worth buying.
good deal. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so 95 out of 100 for the Southern Tier Warlock. Definitely check it out if you can get it, because it is a good one. It's one of my favorite seasonal stouts to get, because it's such a unique product. And all right, good deal. Okay, so let's go back to Mr. Ron Terrio and find out what he's thinking about the Pontoon Coconut Cookie Revolution.
Jeremy's funny. I was looking at this on Guinness website. It's their first ever national newspaper advertisement. It says Guinness is made solely from barley malt, hops, and yeast, and is naturally matured, no artificial color. It says Guinness builds strong muscles.
Huh.
It feeds exhausted nerves. It enriches the blood. Doctors affirm that Guinness is a valuable restorative after influenza and other weakening illnesses. Guinness is a valuable natural aid in cases of insomnia. So Guinness is one of the most, it says Guinness is one of the most nourishing beverages, richer in carbohydrates than a glass of milk. That is one reason why it is so good when people are tired or exhausted. Guinness is good for you. That is a funny advertisement. It's probably all true, but they had to take it off because,
Right.
Oh no, you can't say beer is healthy. Now this beer, though, is a 96. An A, 9.6 out of 10. Yeah. I like it. It's not perfect. If it was perfect, it would be 100, right? But it's fine. Like I say, if you drink it every day, you'd start to hate it because it'd be too much. Like, you wouldn't want to eat a Boston cream donut every day, but to have one every now and then you really enjoy it, right? So, but a lot of food and beverage products are not made for everyday drinking. So it's really, you can't knock it on that.
Right.
And when we come back to shout outs, I got some nice stuff to show.
All right. Very cool. Okay. So 95 and a 96. That's a good start right there to Stout Sunday. Jean-Pierre. All right. Got a classic Guinness.
Very classic and very enjoyable, very smooth. I got one more can. I'm going to pop open right here. And I'm going to go 92 out of 100 for my beverage. Again, a classic, enjoyable. Again, I think it'd be better on draft than in the can. But, again, I don't have a keg here in my place. But I think they do Guinness does do kegs. Those mini kegs.
They do, and it's interesting. Guinness kegs, like a lot of the bars and stuff that get Guinness, there's a whole system for it. They actually, when you get a Guinness draft at a restaurant, your local bar, wherever, it's actually nitrogenized as well, which is very interesting, and it's unique because none of the other draft beers that you get when you go out to a restaurant like that, they're just the typical CO2 draft. So Guinness is very they've got the hold on that part of the market for sure with the nitrogenized draft system.
Right. So 92 out of 100 for the jewel of a beer, and I will come back with promos.
Okay, good deal. All right. So we have got to go to Mr. BC and his Guinness chocolate mint 10.8% behemoth.
Yeah.
What are you thinking there, BC?
Oh, I'm thinking this is pretty awesome. I mean, I'm actually digging this one. And, I could probably go on with the jibber jabber of this all day long, but I won't. I would have to give this one a 98 for real.
Wow, okay.
I enjoy this one a great deal. I would highly recommend this to everybody or anybody. So, John, if you ever find this in your area, I suggest getting it up since you're close to Maryland now. So
I definitely will. I'm always on the lookout for those Guinness, special edition.
Yeah, like I said, me, it's hard to find these special editions. But when I seen this, I was like, you know what, this I would love to try this one. So, yep.
All right.
I'll give my shout outs when I get back around. So
Okay. Good deal. Thank you, BC. So for the Trillium Coconut PM Dawn, it's growing on me a little bit. The coconut's kind of building. And when you drink something that's really strong, like the coffee flavors in here are very strong. The more you sip on it, it kind of, I think you kind of get used to it, so it doesn't seem as intense after the first 3 or 4 sips. It kind of balances itself out a little bit, if that makes any sense. But it still is a lot of coffee. I would have liked a little bit more initial balance. But the coconut flavor is building as I continue to drink it, which I really like. And there is some nice roasted malt character, a little bit of milk chocolate, dark chocolate notes coming through in there as well. And it drinks like a borderline session. I mean, for 9%, you'd never guess that it was that high. I'm going to go with a 95 out of 100. I think it's a solid A. I'm just going right down the middle there with the 95. I would definitely recommend it. And I think that age is definitely a friend to this beer. I think if you age this for a little bit, kind of mellow out some of those stronger flavors. I wish this one had another year on it. I think that would do it wonders. But yeah, a wonderful beer from Trillium. I haven't been disappointed by any of the stuff that I've had from Trillium. Looking forward to trying some more of their stouts, as well as some of their other, New England IPAs and stuff like that. But yeah, a great beer. Definitely would recommend it if you can get Trillium beers in your area. This would be one to go for. If you don't like coffee, though, stay away from it because it's a lot of coffee right up front. Okay, so we got all our ratings. I'm going to go ahead and get our little banner going across the screen there for anybody that might have joined late. That's what we had. That's what we gave it. A very high average today for all of these wonderful. I think the lowest score was a 95. We had 2 95s, 96, 98. Oh, no. Jean, 92 with his Guinness. But anyway, all in the A range today. Good stuff. All right, we're going to go back around. It's that time of the show. If anybody's got show and tell, you want to do your shout out, that stuff, now would be the time. Ron, I know you got to go grab some stuff. I'll go to Michael first. Did you have any?
I got it right here. I got it right here.
Oh, okay. But Michael, you are muted.
Jay, if you want to go first, feel free.
No, you can do it because you came on first.
So Stout Sunday is going to be hosted by John for the foreseeable future. It may not always be from Caitlin's house. It might be from his own apartment as well.
Right.
But he's going to be hosting. And Jay, you've been a great backup host when John has been unavailable. And we like to keep our show going. What do you, Jay, this week you'll give your shout out on what's happening on Wednesday. As far as show and tell, can anybody get Grimm?
No.
GRIMM. This is a Brooklyn company. It may just be New York City you can get this. And this is their double negative. And this is an Imperial Stout at, 10%. And this one is from September 2017. So this is 4 years in the bottle, which should be pretty interesting, I am sure. And they don't tell you specifically what flavors you're going to be getting. Grimm has a place you can go to in Brooklyn, as far like a brew pub. And this one was brewed in Beltway Brewing in Sterling, Virginia. So at the time this was brewed in 2017, their facility here probably was not yet open. But it does tell you, with notes of bitter chocolate, dark fruit, and bottomless roastness. It was awarded the 2015 gold medal and 2014 silver medal in the Great American Beer Festival in Denver, Colorado. So it is an award-winning beer. And at some point, I will have that. Otherwise, tomorrow night, and this is kind of a big event for me and for Giant Space Monkey, he's going to be coming over, and we purchase one of these Beer Advocate 12 different beers, and they're all one-off kind of beers. They're brewed only for this 12 assortment through Beer Advocate. So if you didn't get it this time, there's no other way to get it. Now, the brewery might have other beers that are similar, but Doug finally got it on Thursday, and this is the first opportunity because he's off on Monday and Tuesday. So I'll have some kind of write-up on it after we do it. I'm not sure how many we'll do. Obviously, we cannot do all 12 in one evening because a lot of them are high alcohol, but we'll try to do some, and it's up to him what he brings over since he has them. So I'll definitely probably can say more about it on Stout Sunday next week, but I'll get some information out online, and otherwise, everybody have a good beer week.
All right. Good deal.
You too.
Thank you, Michael. All right. I'm going to pull you up, Ron. I know you got a bunch of stuff. So there you go. Let's see what you got. Don't be shy. Grimm's Fairy Tales. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember seeing them Grimm fairy tales on Rocky and Bullwinkle show.
This is a very old. This is the only Grimm I can get, and it's old.
They actually made there was a TV show. I think it was on NBC. It only lasted 1 or 2 seasons.
Oh,
Of the Grimm
Yeah.
show. It didn't make it, but it was a interesting concept, and it was based on all of the Grimm's fairy tales, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah. This book contains a lot that would not be on television today.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Be on Netflix or Hulu somewhere, streaming site, not on network. So
I mean, I'm not even going to read. I'm not even going to read some of the titles. Anyway, back in 1885, I guess it was considered really cool. Okay, now acceptable. So the beer was nice. I was at a liquor store yesterday because you know me, I'm always like the whiskey scout, but whiskey scout would say, "No, you're not like me because I don't get the garbage you buy," and I would be like, "You got me, you got me." But I was over there at Ricky's yesterday, and they had a lot of expensive stuff like a Chivas Regal beer for $799. Altus, I didn't buy it.
Oh wow.
Actually, not a beer, Scott. I didn't buy that Altus for $799, but I did buy these flavored vodkas: Western Sun Piney Woods Blueberry flavored vodka. Never had it. Never had it. Texas, Pilot Point, Texas. Western Sun Peach flavored vodka, which I never had, and Western Sun Lime flavored vodka, which I've never had. And these 100 milliliter bottles, so they're twice the size of the little airplane bottles. These cost me a total of 99 cents plus tax.
For 100 milliliter bottle is 99 cents.
99 cents total.
For all 3?
It was on sale. 3 bottles for 99 cents.
wow, that's a good one. That's
All
awesome.
right. That's
well,
just
that's like 30
ridiculous.
some odd cents for each bottle. Wow.
33 cents a bottle. Would you buy it for that price?
Hell yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I have even more shocking news. Oh, and by the way, Wednesday night we're doing.
We've got some
Sorry.
music going on there.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, Jay.
That's that addiction. Wednesday night we have a theme: beers for Carnival. But most people are going to have trouble getting Carnival beers like Abita Mardi Gras Bach. So for the rest of the month, if you can't find a Carnival beer, but you could drive to Louisiana and get it, you know. But if you can't find a Carnival beer, or if you claim you can't, you can just do a Joker's Wild Wednesday. But anybody that wants to join ought to drive to Louisiana and buy all the different Mardi Gras beers. All right. So if you can't get it, just Joker's Wild. Now I have even more shocking news. Oh, and of course, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, and so forth. Well, not every morning, but we're going to do the Dawn Busters with the blended whiskey, and then we're going to go to Canadian whiskey starting Saturday. I was at Walmart this week, and they had this.
Ooh, the Hornitos. All right.
And this Hornitos Black Barrel. This is like the good one. $27.98. But I didn't pay $27.98 because Walmart had it for $13.
Wow, that's an awesome price.
I was gonna say like $17.99, $13. You know, these
How do you
deals.
get these deals?
I don't even know if this is legal. Some of the stuff that these deals you're getting, it's ridiculous.
And
Like I
look,
said, I
it was
didn't
like
even
20
see
more. No, you would die. There are 20 more different ones that I could have bought for that price. Tullamore Dew, $26. They had it for $13, but I couldn't buy everything, So, and I was at a store yesterday shopping, and guess what I bought in a 12-pack? And it was bottled on December 30th, 2021. I bought a 12-pack of this.
Yes.
All right.
Piccolo. Man, I was watching. Hey, yesterday I was at my brother's house. We were watching Black Rain with Michael Douglas, Andy Garcia, and they were drinking a beer at the bar, and they had Michelob on there. I said, man, I wish I could get. I'll tell my brother, I said, man, I wish you could get that beer here in Georgia. Can't find Michelob, nowhere to be found.
Really? Oh, I could tell you, John. We'll talk off. I know where you can get Michelob.
Okay.
It's not very popular, but it still is sold in Georgia at certain places. So.
I enjoyed the Amber Bock.
They had like 8 or 9 12-packs on the shelf, fresh from December 30th.
Are you going to do a rehash or do a revisit?
You know he is.
I didn't buy it for no reason.
He didn't buy it just to drink it off, like not on camera, John. Come on. Who does that?
Double down.
Who just drinks beer and doesn't do? Yeah, that's crazy.
Michelob double down.
All right, that's it.
All right.
Hey, don't you got something else you got to show us?
Yeah, but I mean, we don't want to go on until 2 more hours,
The naked Jay or the
No, this is not Fandango Friday.
All right, John, you got anything you want to share?
I hopefully some of the beers I've uploaded this week, hopefully y'all enjoy those reviews. And I keep forgetting the past couple of days, I'm gonna give my brother that can of that Wild Leap that you bought me, John. I already uploaded that review, and I have that can here. And I was over at his house just because my dad was in town on Friday. He was here for a funeral for a family friend, and he came to my place, and I took him to my younger brother's house and whatnot. And I said, darn, I forgot to give him that beer. But in any event, I have some beers I'm going to be reviewing this week. What is it? I have no bloody idea, but I didn't come prepared. But like I said, thanks, John. Glad everything's working out for you up there. And I'll just say, all of you, stay tuned to my channel. I will have some beer coming up. And Jay, as far as Wednesday, I'll probably have a Joker's Wild beer, whatever that is. So that's it. Stay tuned.
All right, stay tuned to Jean-Pierre for some new exciting reviews and other things. Just have to watch to find out.
Yes. Didn't come prepared.
All right, BC. I know I think you've got something going on later today, right? With James P. Madonna. Are you doing your show?
Yeah, well, I've got that hangouts with James P. Madonna, like we were saying today at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. And we're just so open forum discussion today. So anything goes, basically just chewing the fat. And I ended up doing a review yesterday, posting it on YouTube, the Lighthearted Ale by Bell's Beers. And Wednesday, I'm going to be doing the Modelo's Negro beer. So, so that's pretty much it for me as far as shoutouts go. So,
All right. Well, good deal. Glad you could join this morning.
So I was
don't
looking
really-
forward to doing it this morning with this Guinness.
Yeah.
Beer.
Oh, absolutely. It sounds like an incredible beer.
I'm really impressed with it. Yeah. So,
And that's a good way to start your Sunday, with a 10.8% beer, of course, get you started on the right foot. So I don't really have any. I did have some show and tell stuff, but that's at my apartment. I didn't know I was going to be here this morning, so it'll just have to wait until next Sunday. But obviously, anybody out there watching that doesn't already know, I just recently moved to the New England area, so very excited, obviously, about the beer scene up here, and so looking forward to that. And Rontario just showed some wild Irish Red. Are you feeling like getting a little crazy this morning? Yeah. So gonna have a little after stout treat.
Well, you know that I have a taste for quality, and
Hey, Richard's Wild Irish Rose. That's quality stuff.
yeah, when I read the description, you'll understand what I mean. It says grape wine with citrus spirits, artificial color, and certified colors. And it's coming in at only 17% alcohol. Wow.
It's about to get wild.
At least it's chilled this time. I can see the chill on the glass. I don't know how you
that wonderful bouquet of rancid orange vodka and Kool-Aid.
Hey, don't get me started on vodka, because last night I was at my brother's. We had some family came by. This special punch, and I had a lot of that special punch, and I got a bit of a hangover, and I wasn't sure I was going to make it to Stout Sunday. Good thing I stayed in my brother's house. My older brother slept in the basement, and then I made my way out the house this morning about 8 o'clock. So, yeah, decent time.
Well, we're glad that you. Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
When we get off the air, we'll do the intervention.
All right, well, guys, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We're going on an hour here. Want to thank my panel as always for joining. We had a great show, some really good stouts this morning. Thanks to everybody in the chat. We had some great comments as well. Appreciate you guys. We wouldn't be here without you. And thanks again to Mr. Terrio for hosting in my absence for the last few weeks, keeping the dream alive. Really appreciate it, Ron. Y'all be sure to go check out all of these guys. Got a lot of good live shows coming up this week. Hopefully I'll be able to join some, kind of getting in the swing of things up here. I'm looking forward to trying to get back into the rhythm and kind of joining some of these live shows again. It's been a while for me. Haven't even been able to host my own, obviously. So anyway, thank you guys. We'll see you here all again next Sunday, 10:30 Eastern time for Stout Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday next week.
That's right. Super Bowl Sunday next week. Wow. Special Super Bowl blowout edition, Stout Sunday. Okay. Well, until then,
watch a movie.
Everybody,
nothing else on TV.
Yeah. Hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, and whatever it is that you do on Sunday.
Not watch the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl sucks.
Yeah, it's a waste of time, but whatever. If you want to watch it, watch it. But,
and those who gamble on the Pro Bowl, you're even worse. We'll gamble.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do, though. Apparently, I've found out. Anyway, we'll see you here all on the next one. Until then, cheers, everybody.
Bye-bye.